Hello guys, it's Teacher Lee here. I want to extend a warm welcome and thank you for joining my class and tell you how very forward I am to, or looking to meeting you all. I want to discuss chapter 1 today. Now, when you look at a novel, the first chapter and the last chapter are typically the most important, especially when you look at classical literature with an expert who can put them all together, all the elements, all the chapters, so perfectly. So we are going to be looking at chapter 1 today together. These are some things I want you to think about when you are reading the chapter, okay? Number 1, I want you to pay attention to the fact that Golding is able to pay amazing attention to detail with his characterization, the way he describes the setting, the metaphors, the imagery, similes. He writes poetically. He's able to transcend the genre of prose and bring a poetic nature to his writing, which is really the mark of a great novelist. He is able to bring all those wonderful elements of literature together, and we will discuss those. Now, the premise here is creating a government without the influence of adults or society, because they have, crashed into this island, and now they have to survive. It's almost as if the premise itself is like a bit of a fantasy in your mind. People fantasize about this. What would you bring to the island if you could just bring 3 things? So we are literally in like the conscious, the subconscious inside of the mind here in our setting. Now this can lead us into psychological territories for discussion, okay? Are children inherently innocent? Are people naturally born leaders, or are they naturally born followers? What physical aspects make us that way? What psychological aspects make us that way? What character or personality traits make someone one or the other? What does their age and gender have to do with that? How does their age and gender affect their interactions with one another? Why is bonding important? Why are some accepted and others are rejected by society? How might trauma or traumatic experiences affect your perspective? Think about these things. These are things that I'm reading as I'm going along. I'm seeing Simon come out as a very clear character. I'm seeing Ralph come out as a clear character. Jack is coming out as a clear character. Piggy is coming out as these clear characters that are representing sort of archetypal stereotypes within society, right? The way people's personalities are and how they react to other people, how they interact, and what their roles in society are. In fact, we are looking at the evolution of society. We are looking, even within the text, you can see metaphorically, they begin with decision to make society. And then they're looking around and they see plants that look like fire. And then they have to hunt to eat. You can see the stages of civilization of mankind. Now the question here is, how does mankind tame Mother Nature for his own benefit? How will the boys learn this? This is a group of boys. They are all on the cusp of adolescence, between childhood and adolescence. Remember, are they innately innocent? Are they innately innocent? Are they conditioned by society? What happens when the elements of society that keeps us conditioned disappear? And they're forced to create some sort of governance amongst a setting of chaos. Okay? How might being thrust into this circumstance create a major character arc, for example? How might the antagonist be a universal representation of the antagonism we all face as human beings? The human condition, as we call it. Think about the context of history. This novel was written in the late 40s, right after World War II. How might Golding have been thinking when he made an antagonist like Jack? Could Jack have represented former despots, dictators in history? Could his character represent that, symbolize that? We can think about things like that. Historical context. How do kids react when they're thrust into a situation where they have to grow up? What is growing up? What is adulting, in your opinion? And one more thing, guys, I want you to notice how the chapter ends on heavy foreshadowing of Jack as an antagonist, which will be pervasive throughout this novel, which also has a pervasive tone, a pervasive dark tone, you could say. Piggy faced trauma. You can see that right in the passages. Piggy's been through trauma, All right, guys. Really great talking to you. It's 5 minutes now, so I will see you guys soon. Chapter 1. Enjoy, and I can't wait to meet you all. Take care. Bye.